Hello, in this video I'll interpret and analyze this Ernest Hemingway short story that's called Clean Well Lighted Place. Just to outline what I'm going through in my video, I'll start with a short summary of the story, then I'll characterize the old man. Afterwards, I will be commenting on the two waiters, the old man and the younger one, and the different opinions in the text. After that, I will discuss of the story's main themes and ideas, and then I'll finally a comparison between Ernest Hemingway's short story and then The Cat in the Rain. So, first, I will start by the summary. The story takes place in a night in a quiet cafe. There is an old deaf man that's drinking alone, and two waiters are watching him. One of them is young and wants to close the cafe, and the other one is older and more thoughtful. We learn that the old man that sits and drinks tried to kill himself the week before, and now he comes to a cafe for peace and comfort. After he finally leaves, the older waiter stays behind and reflects on the need for a clean and well lighted place, a place where people can escape from the darkness of life. And he ends up walking to the bar himself, but realizes that it's a lack what the cafe offers, which is peace, dignity, and some sense of clean. And then afterwards, so the story is very simple, but it has a deeper meaning, behind it, with the dialogue and the silence between the characters Characterize the old man. The old man is described as deaf, wealthy, and dignified. Even though he has money, he suffers from deep loneliness. His suicide attempt tells us that he might feel that life is empty and doesn't have any meaning. He doesn't cause any trouble. He just sits and drinks quietly, with respect for respectfully. But his presence makes the younger waiter more uncomfortable, and the old man's deafness is symbolic that he is not physically, he's cut from the sound of the whole store. So he's also emotionally cut from other people, he can't really interpret others if they talk to him because he can't hear them. He's a representation of aging that becomes forgotten by society. When you get older, then you might get a little more forgotten about society. Yes, of course, you have your sisters and maybe your grandkids, but for more of the society, you can become more forgotten. I will then describe the two waiters. The young waiter is impatient, self-focused, and doesn't really understand the old man's situation. He just wants to get home to his wife. And that's also why he comes with this comment where he says he should have killed himself, which shows that he has no empathy and just have a lack of life experience. He just is focused on himself and doesn't really care about anyone else. The older waiter, on the other hand, he is more reflective and is a little more sensitive. He understands that people, like the old man, needs a place where they can feel safe and where they can feel calm and home. And he also says, this is a clean and pleasant cafe. It is well lighted. The light is very good. It's a very good and environment that he's in. What's interesting is that the old man, or the old waiter, is beginning to feel like the old man himself, more deaf and fierce, and old and slow. And he fears the emptiness of the night. He shares the same kind of insomnia and quiet desperation. The difference between the two waiters is that the old man is more reflective but the young and more selfish waiter is more self-focused and doesn't really care about anyone else, like I also talked about earlier. Themes and messages in the story. One of the central themes is loneliness. it's because there's all these three male characters are alone in different ways. The old man is physically alone, and the older waiter is emotionally alone and doesn't really have anyone else, though he has his work. The younger waiter is the only one who is still finds a meaning in small routines of life, like going home to his wife that he desperately wants. Finally, the idea of the cafe, like in general, is a symbol of key. It presents a small human resistance against the cruelness of the world, except that we have the young waiter, which is a dick over the older man. Yeah. In the end, I will like to do I'd like to realization to the Cat in the Rain, because I feel like they have some good similarities. Hemingway's The Cat in the Rain shares many differences. Shares many things and themes with a clean, well lighted place. Both stories are minimalistic, quiet, and focus on characters who are emotionally unfulfilled. In The Cat in the Rain, we see this young woman who stays at the hotel with her husband. She sees the cat outside of the window in the rain, and she wants to bring it in the warm and comfort. And just like the old man in a clean, well lighted place, the woman in Cat in the Rain feels a lack of emotional connection. She longs for something more, not material things, but more physical and emotionally. And both stories is also deal with the silence and what things are left alone and not talked about. Like in the Cat in the Rain, it's more the emotional things that's not talked about, because the man and the woman doesn't really have this big talks. And in the Cat in the Rain, in the well lighted place, it's that the man doesn't maybe really have anyone to talk to, and maybe he doesn't have a wife, and yeah. And in both stories, the characters search for something small, like a cafe or a cat, to help them feel less lonely. Hemingway shows how even the small things can carry a deep emotional meaning for people who feel lost, empty, or disconnected from life. In conclusion, A Clean, Well Lighted Place is a powerful story about human loneliness, aging, and quiet fear of the nothingness, like you don't have anything else than the bar, and maybe you seek a place of comfort, which is the cafe in the old man's eyes. And in the Cat in the Rain, it's the cat which the woman seeks a certain comfort from. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What I got from this questions. Thank you.